Hi, Jeff Higley with Hotel News Now. I'm here at the Alice Conference in Los Angeles, sitting with Chris Nassetta, the president and CEO of Hilton Holdings Worldwide. So, Chris, thank you for joining us.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
You. The pricing and the performance following the IPO has been very good. How we're valued relative to our peers, we feel very good about. I think the truth is, we've done, I think, a very good job of completely transforming what was a good company with potential into what is a great company that's really executing and delivering and performing at the top of the market. And I think it was nice to see that the reception sort of reflected the transformation and the fact that Hilton Worldwide today is a lot different company than Hilton Hotels Corporation was 6 years ago.
So tell me, how would you describe the company then? What are the key attributes, adjectives that you might use to describe Hilton of today?
Listen, I think we have a long history of being a leader in the business. And when I say long, we're coming up on our 100-year anniversary. And I'd say for much of that 100-year anniversary, we were really the pioneer in the business. We led the business in innovation and growth and entering new markets. And I would say, the company was doing good work, but had become over a period of time leading up to the Blackstone acquisition more complacent. And I think as I look at the company today and what we've done in the last 6 years, but more importantly, what we've set it up to do is to really reclaim that spot as the industry leader, and that means really performing at the highest level, top line, bottom line, new unit growth, and continuing to innovate in ways that we better serve our guests. In the end, we're in the business of serving customers' needs, and my philosophy is to do that well. We want to be able to continue to expand our horizons to serve a customer's needs wherever they may want to be in the world for whatever type of travel need that they have.
Yeah, and you mentioned innovation in there, and one of the innovations that you guys came out with a few years ago was the Home2 brand.
We did.
And that's really taken off. Is it exceeding your expectations, or did you expect the reception that it's gotten from the development community?
We were confident that it was going to be well received, and it has been. We have, I think, 22, 23 open. We have nearly 100 in the pipeline. So, in the next few years, you're going to have, 150, hopefully 200 of these hotels, up and operating. And I think most importantly, it's been incredibly well received by the customer. I mean, if you look at sort of the customer satisfaction with the product, with how we're delivering service, it's very good, and that's what's driving the developer interest, which is developers, not surprisingly, work with us with Home2 or frankly our other brands because they're running a business and they're trying to drive profitability, and I think they work with us because I think we have the best brands in the business.
That goes into the whole conversation of what the guest of tomorrow is. What does Hilton view that as?
So the way I think to think about our business going forward is at every touch point, from the time somebody's thinking about taking a trip through the whole journey of booking the trip, picking their room, checking in, on property, whatever they're doing, checking out, giving us feedback on the stay, and as, sort of cycling back around, that we're giving them a lot more choice and a lot more importantly control over that experience with us. We think the more that we do of that, the more satisfaction we get and thus loyalty we get, which allows us to drive even more relevance and even more market share.
Do projects and programs like that, is there a difference of doing that when you're a public company versus being a privately held company, or is the process really the same?
There's no difference. I mean, there's no difference in anything we're doing, right? I mean, there's certainly a difference in my time allocation, and there should be, and that in the sense that I need to lead the relationship with a lot of help from our CFO and investor relations and other people with how we interact with the buy side community, with the institutional investor community, and I've done that before, and we're obviously going to be very accessible and very thoughtful about that. And so there is an allocation of time, but in terms of the underlying strategy of sort of how we run the business, what we're doing in executing against our strategies, what we're doing against innovation, there is no difference. I mean, I have a very simple approach, which is great long-term strategies, well executed, will take care of the short term. And that's how I have done this when I've been a public company CEO in the past. That's exactly how I intend to do it with Hilton Worldwide.